Warren Buffett's secret stock buys, simple version knock. Knock. Who just spent billions of dollars on stocks without telling anyone? Yep, it's Warren Buffett. He's like the most famous smart money guy in America. But guess what? He's not buying his usual favorite drink company this time. He's buying tons of new types of companies that make lots of money. And I'm talking about billions and billions of dollars being spent quietly. He's not buying risky gambling stocks or silly internet jokes. These are smart choices in companies that are winning big in their businesses or getting ready to take over. Now, here's the cool part. Warren Buffett doesn't buy stocks very often, but when he does, he really means it. And if you've ever wondered how to make more money than the average stock market over many years, this guy basically invented how to do IT.so. Today, we're looking at 5 really interesting stocks that Buffett is buying right now. You won't hear people talking about these on TikTok. You won't see TV news getting excited about them yet. But by the time everyone else finds out, it'll be too late. Before we start, please like this video, follow our channel, and check the special comment below. And remember, this isn't advice about what you should do with your money. You have to research things yourself. But what you're about to see comes straight from official government papers and Buffett's own recent stock purchases. Now, let's talk about the first company Warren Buffett has been buying quietly, but a lot. And if you're not paying attention, you'll miss it. Because Buffett just bought over $6 billion worth of this one stock, that it's not a bank. It's not a fancy tech company. It's Chubb Limited, with the letters CB on the stock market. Now, you're probably thinking, what the heck is Chubb? But don't let the weird name trick you. Chubb is one of the biggest insurance companies in the whole world. They sell insurance for houses, cars, and special stuff. They have billions of dollars, tons of money coming in regularly, and almost nobody else is talking about them. And here's what makes this amazing. Buffett went from owning $0 to $6.7 billion in just a few months, making this the biggest new stock purchase in his whole collection since Apple. That's not a mistake. This is Buffett putting all his money on a company that Wall Street hasn't even noticed yet. Chubb's stock price went up about 21% this year, but it's still really cheap compared to other companies, costing only 10.5 times what they're expected to make next year. And guess what? People still aren't paying attention to it. Meanwhile, they're making tons of cash. They make over 13% profit on their money. They collect over $50 billion every year from people buying insurance. Oh, and they've given more money back to their owners for 30 years straight, quietly, reliably, without showing off. Buffett loves one thing: cheap companies that make lots of cash and nobody else can compete with. And Chubb is exactly that. Now, real quick, before we talk about Buffett's next move, you need to check out what's in the special comment below this video. Because I just made something called the Ultimate Millionaire Investor Bundle to find stocks that could go up 100 times, and it's really good. I'm talking about a complete guide that explains real opportunities for stocks to go up 100 times, math tools you can use right away, and secret tricks that rich people use to build wealth that lasts forever. Check out the special comment. If you want to stop guessing and start winning, this is your instruction manual. Now, let's get to stock number 2. And this one surprised even people who have watched Buffett for years because Warren Buffett just bought more. Amazon. The stock letters are Amazon. That's right. The same guy who said tech companies were too confusing for him now owns more of the online shopping and computer services giant than ever before. And if that doesn't tell you things have changed, nothing will. Now, let's break this down. Amazon isn't just your online bookstore anymore. AWS is now the biggest computer services company in the world. They're handling 31% of all online computer services, which is more than Microsoft and Google combined in many areas. Buffett's team bought more Amazon stock even though the stock price went up over 30% this year. Why? Because they're growing faster again. Just look at this. In the second quarter, Amazon made over $150 billion. That's 13% more than last year. But more importantly, their profit doubled. That's because they're finally making money in areas where they used to lose money. Shipping, ads, and computer services. The cash they have left over is now above $50 billion. This is now a money-making machine. And get this, while the average stock costs 21 times what companies make, Amazon costs less than 20 times what they're expected to make in 2026, which is cheaper than average and with way more room to grow. Smart people think the stock could go up 30% by 2026. Buffett isn't buying this for a quick sale that he's seeing Amazon the way he saw Apple in 2016. As a platform, not just a company. A digital empire with lots of different monopolies under one roof. And while regular people are arguing about whether it costs too much, Buffett is out here buying billions more in secret. Now, right before we move to the next one, here's a crazy opportunity you might be missing. Get 10 free stocks worth up to $3,000 when you put in just $100 using my Webull link below. Okay, stock number 3. This is a classic Buffett choice, but he's buying even more of it this year. We're talking about Occidental Petroleum with the letters OXY. Buffett now owns over 28% of the company. Think about that. He almost controls the whole company, and he's still owing more every time the stock price drops near $60. Why? Because Occidental makes tons of cash in an industry that people have hated for years. Energy. But not just any energy. They pump oil the old way and also do new stuff to capture pollution. Buffett knows something everyone else forgot. While the world talks about clean energy, the economy still needs oil. And Oxy sits on some of the cheapest oil in North America. In just the first 3 months of this year, they made over $1.8 billion in extra cash. And most of that money goes back to the people who own the stock through buybacks and payments. Here's what's interesting. Occidental is now one of the top 10 stocks that big investment companies bought the most in the second quarter. Buffett might have started the trend, but now Wall Street is jumping in too. Smart analysts think it could hit $80 or more in the next 12 months. That's 30% more than what it costs today. But the real smart play here is Buffett's special deal. He also owns the right to buy another $5 billion worth of Oxy at $59. That means if it goes over $75 or $80, he gets to buy it even cheaper. And he said publicly he'll never sell his shares. This is a forever bet. And remember, this is a guy who never buys commodity stocks. But with Oxy, he's making an exception. That should tell you everything. And we're just getting started. Let's keep going and talk about 2 more stocks that Buffett has been buying behind the scenes. One of them could quietly become worth $1 trillion within 10 years. Now, Buffett originally bought over $4 billion worth of TSM. And here's where it gets crazy. After the price went down temporarily, he sold part of what he owned, which scared everyone. But what they missed is this. Berkshire never sold everything. They still own a big chunk, and people close to the deal have confirmed that Buffett's team is buying more again as of the second quarter. Because let's be honest, there is no AI, no iPhone, no NVIDIA, no Apple without TSMC. They are the #1 chip-making company on Earth. Over 90% of the world's most advanced computer chips are made by them. They're like the tools and supplies for the entire AI gold rush. Now, here's where this gets exciting. TSM costs only 18 times what they're expected to make, even while their earnings growth is expected to be 20 to 30% over the next 2 years. That's a value investor's dream. It's like Apple in 2012 levels of being underpriced. Stock performance is up over 45% this year, and Wall Street analysts think this could hit $200 or more by late 2026. Even more exciting, TSMC just announced a $100 billion plan to build factories in the U.S. and Japan, showing they want to become less dependent on Taiwan. Something Buffett himself probably influenced. This isn't just a semiconductor company. It's the most important company in all of global tech, and Buffett knows it. Now, the only question is, are you going to sit and watch or follow the greatest